Hello, and thank you for joining Paper Crafting with Tracy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card here, and what it does is it features some of the designer series paper. This particular paper is from the Cactus Melody set. So here is some of the paper. It's in the January to June mini catalog. So there's what some of the designs look like, and then of course on the back as well. I'll be using lots of that for scrapbooking. And this is the stamp set that goes with it, the flowering cactus. Now the other nice feature that came with this product suite is it also came with some ribbon and some felts. They come in both a Highland Heather, okay, and then like a Calypso Coral color as well. Right, and that's what I used to put the flowers on the cactus. So lots of fun things in there. Now for my demonstration, I'm actually going to use a different stamp set. I'm going to use the Celebrate Sunflowers. And I'm going to use some of the designer series paper as well that went with that. So here is what some of them look like. And some more, and you can see them on the backs too. Lots of various flowers. Okay. But I'm using this designer series paper pattern today. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock, and this one I've cut it differently. I'm still going to end up with our typical card size of 5.5 by 4.25, except this time it's 4.25 this way and then the whole 11 inches length. So I've just cut a piece of 8.5 by 11 in half. Then you're going to score it at the 5.5, and that's what you end up with. And then all I did was cut off a piece there, and I actually just cut off 2.5 inches from the end because I wanted a spot to feature the paper for that. Okay. So with this, I'm going to also pair it with some saffron, the yellow, which is crushed curry, and then the designer series paper. So I've got two pieces here. Oops, one of them is a little smaller than the other. Let's make sure that yes. Okay, so I've got, these are 4 inches, and then this one here is 2.75, and then you can see this one is a little bit smaller as well, so it is 2.5. So the 2.5 and the 2.75 are going out here. Actually, that is wrong, sorry. It's only one piece, and it's the 2.75 is going on the outside, and then I cut a piece of 4 by 5.25, and that's going on the inside here. Sorry about that. Get too many cards on the go. And then my designer series paper is going to sit here right on the edge. So this is 3.75, and that should be 2.5, and it is. And then I've got another piece of cardstock, which is also 3.75 by 2.5, and that's going on the front. So we'll just assemble this part. It's very quick. I'll just get my Stampin' seal here. And then I'll put the designer series paper on the inside there. Oops. I'm running low, so hopefully I'll have enough to finish this card. So we'll just line that up there. Oops. Slightly off there. There we go. Oops, I'm really off there. There we go. Okay, and then for the front, I'm not actually going to stamp on there yet. So we'll make sure, no, that was my scrap. We'll stick these on. And I'll stick that on the front. Okay, and all I'm going to do is make sure that I've lined it up with my other one. Okay, so how I'm going to decorate the front is I'm going to take the small sunflower, and I'm just going to get a piece of basic white cardstock here, and I'm going to get some Mango Melody to stamp it. Okay. And I know the leaves aren't green yet, so I'm actually using different leaves. I'm using these ones that are in there, and I'll just use some Pear Pizzazz because I'm going to cut these out. They're die cuts. There is a matching die cut set, so I'll do that. And now I'm going to take some of my stamping blends. So I've got some Daffodil Delight, both the light and the dark. So all I did was just put kind of some dark Daffodil Delight in there. Get some of them in some of the back ones. I'm not worried about coloring those leaves. Oh, and then the center as well. And then I'm going to take the light Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to kind of fill in the rest of it. And this will kind of blend it all. And I'm not so worried about going over the edges because it's going to be cut out. And then I'll just fill that in there. Then I'm actually going to get a little bit of Pear Pizzazz for the center as well. Actually, not Pear Pizzazz, I used Granny Apple Green. And we'll just color in the leaves a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to take that to my die cutting machine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut off those leaves. So what I end up with is a flower like that, and the leaves actually get cut separately. And now I'm going to adhere these to my card. So I think I'm going to pop them up with some dimensionals. So I'll just get some dimensionals here. And you can see where I was coloring on the back. And then I'm not going to pop the leaves up with dimensionals. Instead, I'll just put a little bit of glue on the end. The end of my glue was a little blocked, but that's okay. Put a little bit of glue on there. Got some stuck to me. There's one. And there's their leaf. So this is kind of like a half fold card. Stick the other one down here. And now I'm going to put the sentiment, know that you are loved, from the stamp set in there. Okay. And I'm probably going to use probably espresso. Actually, I'll just use a memento, the black, because I would like it to stand out with all these kind of lighter colors. There we go. And that's the end of this card. So I'll bring this other one out here. So these are the two cards I made with this half fold card. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Paper Crafting with Tracey. Please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on more tutorials. Thanks for watching.